Dear Carolyn Harris, Welsh Labour Member of Parliament for Swansea East. Hi, my name is Rydian Mann, I'm 28 and I'm an electronic cigarette user, commonly known as a vapor. I'm sending you this video message because I would like to ask you some specific questions in relation to some specific legislation that affects me and many friends and fellow vapors. First off, it's regarding the Welsh Assembly Government Public Health Bill proposals to bring electronic cigarette use in line with the current smoke-free legislation. Now, the basis for the legislation is renormalisation. It makes smoke-free environment enforcement more difficult. Another couple of aspects that I don't remember at this moment. So what I don't get is how they're grouping a non-tobacco based consumer product with a known tobacco product that is harmful to health. It's scientifically proven that tobacco smoking is harmful to health, hence they brought in the smoke-free legislation. I was a smoker, so I had to comply with the smoke-free legislation. I got it. It's to stop second-hand smoke exposure. We get it. But as an electronic cigarette user, I don't get why electronic cigarettes are clumped in with tobacco whatsoever. There's various scientific studies out there. You have a fantastic summary, in my opinion, from Public Health England on electronic cigarettes, which resulted in a very positive set of media coverage that electronic cigarettes are 95% safer than smoking. So you've got that to think about, and the viewpoint of Mark Drakeford, the Health and Social Care Minister, and the evidence that's being listened to by the Health and Social Care Committee since the consultation has come out. Now, as a Member of Parliament for Labour, I'd ask you if you support Mark Drakeford's stance, and I would like to know why you support Mark Drakeford's stance. I would like to put it to you that regurgitating the current reasons why the Welsh Government are looking to put e-cigs in the same bracket as tobacco cigarettes just won't wash with me, I'm afraid. So I would like to know your personal opinion on whether e-cigs and vaping in general is enough for you to support legislation rather than voluntary bans, which many restaurants, etc., have already put in. Right. Secondly, the Tobacco Products Directive, a piece of legislation from the European Commission, which is due to be fully implemented by the UK government on May the 20th, 2016. As a member of the same party as the instigator of including e-cigs in the Tobacco Products Directive, you're a member of the Labour Party, and the instigator was Linda McAvan MEP, who is a Labour, or was a Labour MEP. Now, I would like to know if you support the inclusion of a non-tobacco based consumer product in legislation called the Tobacco Products Directive. This looks nothing like a tobacco product. there are clear scientifically proven differences between what I put in my electronic cigarette and what is in a tobacco cigarette. There are a few common chemicals between them, but in electronic cigarettes it's scientifically proven to be at multiple tens to hundreds times lower than a tobacco cigarette. Now the science is out there. I'd encourage you to have a look and come to an informed opinion about the Tobacco Products Directive, and whether, when it comes before the applicable houses in Westminster, whether your opinion by then would still support or not the inclusion of e-cigs as part of the TPD. Now there's something to help inform your opinions about electronic cigarettes, no matter how much you know now or how little you know now. There is an all-party parliamentary group on electronic cigarettes. It is headed up by Mark Pawsey, MP. Now, I would advise you to attend this as frequent as you can, because it will broaden your knowledge of electronic cigarettes. Not just of how they work or why they work, but the differences in risk between tobacco smoking and vaping. So please attend the next APPG on e-cigs. Finally, before the general election in May, I asked for a meeting with you to discuss electronic cigarettes. Now, I know that you'll be spending most of your time in London, but I would still like to have the opportunity to have a chat about anything and everything e-cig related that you'd think of. I would also suggest that you give an open invitation to yourself to fellow e-cigarette users in Swansea East. And I know that there are a few electronic cigarette companies based in Swansea East. I'm in Llansamlet myself, and I know of at least 3 businesses not far from where I live. So I would like to put the suggestion to you to converse with them also, because the Department of Health asked for their views as businesses on how the TPD would affect them, but I would actually think a face-to-face discussion with them, as they are your constituency businesses. It may be benefit to them and benefit to yourself also. So I hope you are able to reply to me in whatever way you think would be best. I don't mind email, and I don't mind a video message such as this. And I would also look forward to meeting you in person at some point to discuss the points I've raised in this video further. So I'd like to say thank you, Carolyn, and this has been Ridgeon Man. Thank you very much.